So today is Monday, Memorial Day, and for the last 4 days we haven't had that many assignments. On Friday we had to review some of the stuff we did. Saturday we also had to review something. Sunday we had to study and review something. And today we actually had no assignments on the interactive PACE program that Barbary has. This is kind of a catch-up weekend. There was some stuff that was assigned during my graduation and some other days, like when my family was in town right before the graduation, that was pre-Barbary assignments, and I was able to catch up on a lot of that stuff. My goal for this past weekend was to at least do something every day, and so I, did problems. I did multiple choice every day. I did AMP a few times. I caught up on like 6 of the AMPs that on evidence that we were supposed to be doing. So I'm just going to give a little bit of an update. Today is Wednesday after Memorial Day. On Memorial Day I just did a few words about what had happened over that long weekend. Me and my study partner are actually starting to develop a good routine, so I'm pretty positive about that. Our typical day begins where we are actually carpooling, so every other day my study partner who lives nearby me will either come pick me up or she will come to my house and then we'll get in my car because she lives a little bit north. And we leave the house around 7:15, 7:30, and we get down to the bar review site by about 8:20. Now, part of the reason that we do that is because I am helping Barbary out doing the course administrator thing where I greet the speakers and help take attendance and deal with different issues with people, making sure they're registered. So that's a little bit not the norm, but I think it's really great because we get there early and we're not stressed and rushing to get there or late. And we just know that I have to be there at least half hour earlier. Anyway, the class starts at 9 and it goes about until 12. And we have on the hour 10-minute breaks, which, when you're listening so intently for an hour, these 10-minute breaks really break it up and you can stand up and stretch and it's really good. And we're in an auditorium where the speaker's on stage and he has a podium and we're kind of like in an audience like a theater. Then at 12, me and my study partner go and get some lunch. We usually bring our lunch. They have microwaves there, refrigerators, you can leave all your stuff while you are in the lecture. And then there's a courtyard there and we usually eat outside. And we usually eat from about 12 to 12:45 and just, talk or whatever. And then we either go into the library, which is at the law school we're studying at, or we stay in the courtyard. And we've been doing these things called AMPs, which are related to the topic we learned that day. So today if we learned torts, then we would do these things called AMPs, which are about 20 to 28 questions, and you log into the computer and they pop up on your screen when you're logged into like the torts ones, and you have to get the answer 3 times right in order for it to trigger that question out of the bank. And I think this is really helpful because it kind of, they say it was created with like research on the brain as to how the mind learns something. So I'm interested to see, if it helps me learn faster. But I enjoyed doing them because we just lectured about this topic and then we do questions on it. Then we do these things called MPQs, which are different than the AMPs. The AMPs are just black letter law about the topic, and the MPQs are actual questions that are similar to the bar. So they're an actual bar question. And then you do these, and then they have a video actually. You do your score, usually it's out of like 18 to 20, and you record your score and then you listen to a video from another Barbary lecturer who goes over the analysis of which ones were right. So that's really helpful because it's a pretty thorough overview of why you got that question wrong. And then our assignments have basically not even been to do a lot of these. Our assignments have essentially been to review the outline and the thing that we had done that day in class, but we were trying to catch up on our AMPs and trying to do MBE questions, which is the questions that we're going to be tested on for the actual bar exam. That's law throughout all states. So that's been our plan. That takes us up until about 3 to 4 o'clock, and then we leave and we get out of the city a little bit before the traffic, and we've been either going back to my house and studying for a little bit there, and then we are been going to the gym. So go to the gym around between 4:30 and 5:30, and we go to the gym until for an hour, about 6:30, and then come home, shower, and essentially your day is done, and you can just look at your outlines a little bit and kind of just do some review. So this schedule seems to be working. I think it helps having a partner and someone who's motivated to stay on task. The one thing I will say is you have to figure out what learning style works for you. You may be an auditory learner, you may be someone who likes to read, you may be someone who can't watch videos. I think you should try all of these methods, but you have to definitely figure out the one that works for you. And I would obviously also recommend doing questions, because to see whether or not you're retaining anything. If you're still doing poorly on the questions, the style you're using may not be working for you. So that's so far, and I've been talking to a lot of people, and they say that right now the program is kind of not that overwhelming, but it will ramp up, so just gotta continue keeping on.